Hi everybody, Jessie here from jessiebanks.com and welcome back to another video. So for today what I have is I recently picked up the Toes in the Sand set from Rachel Beth Designs. So these are handmade stamps. They're made in the United States. She releases different collections or individuals and things every Friday, I do believe. So in this set you get Pink Shell, Sandy Beach, Crashing Waves, and Deep Ocean, and then I did get a little sample here of Rose Gold. I do have some of her other paints here. These are just in a smaller palette that I had on hand just to put them together. So I have, what, 4, 8, 12, 13 colors. So I have 3 other sets. So I have the Succulent Garden set, which has what they call her version of Moonglow, which is a bluey color. It's beautiful. Fresh Irish Mint. The Minima. I love this paint. This color is absolutely stunning. I love the way it granulates. Oh look, I have a chip in my nail. I love the way it granulates and the texture and stuff in it. And then the Black Knight, which is just a standard black paint. And then I have, this is a photocopy of the swatches. I haven't done actual swatches of these paints, but that's okay. So I have a Strawberry Rhubarb, a Rose Gold, which is what this sample is. Meyer Lemon, Country Barrage, and Northern Blueberry. That's the Wild and Free set. And then I have the Northwest Adventure set, which has the Northern Blueberry and the Strawberry Rhubarb, so I have 2 pans of each of those, but that's okay because I love this mustard seed and Chinese kale. So those are all the colors I have of hers. I'm going to open these up. Then we can do our little swatch sheet. I will probably move them into this palette so that I have them all together. I just like to be able to mix and match her sets. I can always pull out one of the Strawberry Rhubarb and the Northern Blueberry and just label the pans and set them aside for a later time when they are, well, maybe they are labeled. So I can just pull them out and set them aside for when I empty another one of the half pans. So like I'll pull out this Strawberry Rhubarb and then the Northern Blueberry one. So let's get these ones opened up. So that's the Crashing Waves. And this is the Deep Ocean. I love how she does these. They've just got like a glue dot on the bottom or a blob of hot glue, something like that, with your little paper label that gives you the color name. And then under that, they're wrapped in just like a gold foil, like a tin foil with gold on one side and silver on the other. They unwrap really easily, which means she lets them dry decently before she puts them all in their wrappers so they don't stick and cause a disaster. So I'm just going to grab a rag here. I don't use paper towel in the studio for cleaning my watercolor brushes off onto. I have a bunch of like old towels that I've ripped down. I use them for washing things and all over the house and stuff. And I have a bunch that I use for paints and watercolors and things in the studio. And then I'll just do a little laundry of all like rags from the studio and ones I use, you know, to wash down furniture in the house and to all that kind of stuff, to clean all that stuff, where it doesn't matter if they get stained and whatnot. I don't really care. So I have a whole ton of these all over the house. I go to either my towels wear out, I ask my mom if her towels are wearing out, grandma, etc., etc., and I will use them all over the house. So we're going to swatch all of these out here. This is my Escoda Versatile round number 6 brush. I'm going to go and drop in a little bit of water on each of these just to start them activating. I find some of her colors are a little more difficult to reactivate than others. Just means I have to put a little water on them and give them a second, but they tend to reactivate fairly nicely. These ones are reactivating wonderfully. There's a couple colors over here that are a little more harder. So this is Pink Shell. And I like to do that, and then I like to wash it out a little bit so I get a little bit of a gradiated peek at what the color looks like. And then I have Sandy Beach. This is the reason why I bought this set. I love that tone. I think it'll make doing Caucasian skin tones a whole lot easier because I'm lazy sometimes, and I really thought it was beautiful. And then this one is Crashing Waves. So these are all a lot more opaque than most watercolors that I use. But I'm alright with that because they're a specialty thing. I don't use them in everything, and I just think they're wonderful. So I love picking up her paint sets. I don't get all of them because I can't afford to get all of them. There's a couple more I'm waiting to come back and just kind of keeping an eye out for. But this one was high on my list And when this set came back up and available, I had to pick it up because I think it is gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? They're so fun, you guys. So I'm going to go and grab one of my watercolor journals, and I'm going to swatch all of these out for you guys so you can see what her entire line that I have consists of. So these aren't all the paints she's ever made or all the sets she has, but these are all the ones I own. So we'll swatch them all out and have a boot peek at all of them. But this palette right here, this palette is going to make a beautiful floral card. And I'll film it. Okay, so I came back not realizing that I still had a video playing in the background, which could get me in trouble with copyright. So all I did here was I came back with all of my colors written out on this watercolor sketchbook here. I pulled out that extra Northern Blueberry and Strawberry Rhubarb out of the palette, and I was just swatching all of the colors for you guys to be able to see them. So I started off with the Moon Glow, and then the Irish Mint, which I said is a little bit harder to re-wet. It kind of reminds me of rewetting some of the Primatech colors from Daniel Smith. They just take a little bit more work and a little bit more love, but they're beautiful once they're swatched out. And then this one is the Minima, and you can see the color shift in this thing. It's got like red, and then it dries out with some grays in it. I just think it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. You can see that difference in color up here at the top. I just think it's absolutely wonderful, the different colors you get out of this one as it dries out. Now we are on to Black Knight. I did go in and drop a little bit of water on these prior to starting, just so that everything re-wet really well. And I didn't have to fight to get color off. And they work so pretty. I really enjoy these. Strawberry Rhubarb is another gorgeous color. It would play really well with that Toes in the Sand set. Then we have Rose Gold, which is a metallic. I don't paint with a lot of metallics. These aren't anywhere near like my favorite things to use. I just never know what to do with them. I have a set of fine text with like the gold and the silver and stuff in it that I use to add details and things to my different paintings, but I don't paint with shiny paints a whole lot. I don't buy them. They're not like my thing, but that's alright. So now we're on to the Country Barrage. This is another one that would play really well in with that Toes in the Sand set that I just picked up. And then Northern Blueberry. Mustard Seed. This is probably like one of my favorite colors in terms of just colors in general. Like I love shirts this color. I love this color painted on walls. I just really enjoy that color. Next up is, what color is this? Uh-oh. I didn't write this one down. This is Chinese Kale. We'll add it at the end here and I'll put a label over top of it. So that's more of a tealy color. I'm just going to write that there here before I forget. Sorry if my big head got in the way. Now we're back into this Toes in the Sand set that I just picked up. So we've got, again, the pink shell color. I think I touched this paper too much there. It's got a little bit of a resist happening. Have to be careful with how much you handle your papers and books and things for different mediums. Sandy Beach. Crashing Waves. So you can see how this one is still like a really, it's like a brighter color, but it's way dulled down from the Country Barrage. This one's more of a dirtier, dustier type blue, where this one's more bright and vivid. And then Deep Ocean, which is kind of like an indigo, but not quite dark enough. I don't know. I think it's very, very pretty. If I didn't think it was pretty, I wouldn't bring it home. So here too, like it happened to just land right below that Northern Blueberry. Well, that Northern Blueberry is a little more green. This is a little more blue, and it's kind of similar to the Moon Glow. So that is the entire collection of Rachel Beth paints that I currently own. I do love having handmade watercolors. I think they're gorgeous. Those of you that know, have been following my channel for any point in time, know that I adore stone ground paint, and those are handmade paints as well. I just think they're really, really pretty, and it's really fun to support somebody who's taking the time and mulling them by hand. Stone Ground puts out a ton of paint, but they are hand mulled. She does them all in the studio. I've been there plenty of times in the back getting sneak peeks and hanging out with the guys there and spending a bunch of money. So it's wonderful to support those ones that do handmade paints, and I just find them so pretty and so interesting, and you get such different colors and such specialty things out of them. But yeah, if you're interested in checking out Rachel Beth Designs, I did just check her website. She currently has no watercolors listed. But like I said, those do get listed every Friday, so you can find her over on Instagram and follow that. And you'll be able to see what set she's releasing and what colors they're going to be in. And yeah, I will be back with another video, hopefully in the next few days, using some of these to paint a pretty little floral card for you guys. I will talk to you very soon. Bye for now.